The universe, the cosmos, the Most High, whatever you want to call source, is going to orchestrate situations and circumstances that, as Peter Crone would say, reveal where we're not free. What these situations and circumstances truly reveal, amongst many things, but they're going to reveal where we're out of alignment with the intelligence, laws, rhythms, and cycles of nature and the cosmos. That's essentially what they reveal. They reveal where we are violating some kind of metaphysical law or natural law. They're going to reveal suppressed emotions, such as the 4 hidden horsemen that I talk about: grief, terror, shame, inadequacy, and all the other layered emotions on top of those. So these situations and circumstances are a mirror to reveal where we are out of alignment with the laws, cycles, and rhythms of the Most High. In order to learn, transform, and adapt, which is alchemy, in order to actually transform and adapt, we actually have to understand and learn. The problem is that most people cannot adapt. They're holding on to old beliefs. Most people are holding on to old beliefs, false beliefs that do not align with laws, rhythm cycles, intelligence of nature and the cosmos, metaphysical law, natural law. And this is what I want to clarify. In order for us to truly be able to transform and change into a higher order of harmony, we have to humble ourselves. This is where the confusion lies with most of society. Most people believe that humbling yourself means being docile, passive, quiet, soft-spoken. But that's the illusion of humility in what I call explicit humility. Other people call it false humility. Explicit humility is not authentic humility. What you need in order to shift and change is implicit humility. It's not about being passive. It's not about being docile. It's not about being soft-spoken. It's about your ability to be coachable, to be teachable. And a lot of people who struggle with going through their own ego deaths often view other people who seem confident, who may actually have implicit humility, as arrogant. For example, Michael Jordan may seem cocky or arrogant on the court, but most people don't understand that Michael Jordan operates from a place of being extremely coachable. He has mentors that are years ahead of him, and he's able to listen, adhere, and learn. Learning means you actually change behavior, you transform, you alchemize. So a lot of people who think they are humble, but they struggle and they get stuck when these situations and circumstances occur, is because they're not actually humbled. They don't know how to humble themselves. They don't have implicit, authentic humility. A lot of these people judge and project their false humility, their inner secret arrogance and overconfidence onto others. This is why you can't judge a book just because someone is confident. There is such a thing as overconfidence, and usually people who are overconfident are people who have an implicit low self-worth, low self-esteem, and also no implicit authentic humility. Nice people are often people who are performing humility, this explicit humility, and they don't have, I'm not saying all, but usually don't have an implicit humility, the ability to be coachable, to be corrected. There are people who are actually confident in this world, and there is such a thing as overconfidence. So I'm not saying that doesn't exist. There is such a thing as arrogance, which I do equate to overconfidence, which has a lot to do with implicit low self-esteem, a secret low self-esteem and low self-worth. But there are people who are actually confident, who have soul esteem, and know that they're confident because they're standing on the shoulders of giants. They've made war with a multitude of counselors, as one of my mentors would say. They have mentors that can see beyond them, and that's where their confidence comes from. They know that they put in the consistent work to change. They humble themselves. They let their egos crumble, dissolve every single time, and they're able to own their own mistakes. And these are the people who adapt the fastest. These are the people who are going to truly adapt and change and transform and alchemize. Do not mistaken maladaptation for adaptation. So you really want to know how you know if someone has true, authentic, implicit humility is their ability to bounce back faster than anyone else. Their ability to truly transform, catch the lesson, let their ego dissolve, and transform and learn and level up. This is something you need to pay attention within yourself. Are you coachable? Do you have mentors that are 20, 30 years ahead of you in specific skills and gifts regarding relationships, health, wealth, that give you your confidence because you've been putting in the work, transforming, humbling yourself day in, day out? Or are you one of those people who never seek out mentors, who never seek out people who are 20, 30 years ahead of you that will definitely put your ego in check? Are you one of those people who never gets your ego in check, and therefore when life throws a situation and circumstance at you, you get so stuck, you spiral out of control? This is what you need to pay attention to, because this is what truly allows you to level up. This is what alchemy is about regarding your own spiritual development, your own human soul development. And this is what Soul Symphonics is all about.